So today we're going to be giving a little bit of a review slash synopsis of the book No Excuses by Kyle Maynard. Now, the overview of this book is that Kyle Maynard is a wrestler that has a huge passion to obviously win and go to the Georgia State wrestling championships. And he eventually does go to the tournament, and it's just a matter of with whether he's a champion or not, which is really what the book is about. The central conflict of the book, though, is that he obviously has odds stacked against him because he is a congenital amputee, which means that he does not have any arms or legs, and that his joints, and at his elbows and at his knees. So, brief summary is obviously that he goes through life as a congenital amputee, and he experiences some discrimination. But through that, a theme emerges that really says that discrimination can cause somebody to go through hard work to achieve their goal and achieve big. So, an analysis of one of the quotes in this book is on page 70, where Kyle says, "We are all knocked down in the dirt at some point in our lives, but only the strong will rise again, brush themselves off, and move on to conquer and win." So obviously this is an emergent theme about more so determination and how you really need to pick yourself back up, and how determination can really lead to success if you don't back down. Also, Kyle goes through, he believes in God a lot, and he really depends on him a lot. So on page 92 of the book, Kyle says, and in time I learned that I had to trust and believe in myself on the mat, and even more importantly, I learned that I had to trust fully in the Lord my Savior, no matter what the circumstances. So Kyle obviously believes in God, and he believes in him and himself to be able to be successful on and off the mat. So another quote would be on page 106 of this book, where Kyle says, "With wrestling, my size couldn't stop me, only I could." He directly saying that really that his condition really doesn't make him inferior. It causes him to be able to have more determination and more discipline in his work, so he can become a great wrestler, and in the end he really does do that. Lastly, on page 114, Kyle says that if you aren't at least a little nervous before every competition, you aren't human. The key is working past that and reaching the point where you can focus on what you have to do in order to win. So Kyle is literally saying that you need to work past your nerves to be able to win, and that's exactly what he did through his determination, discipline, and optimism with his condition. So Kyle, this was before one of his matches, I believe, and Kyle is saying that he was nervous. This is a time where Kyle was nervous before he had to go into one of his wrestling matches. So he's saying that he did well in that wrestling match because he worked past his nerves and he was able to perform well. So that's basically it with the analysis. And the last thing is who should read this book, and it really is for anybody who wants to be inspired, because Kyle does have a disadvantage and has odds stacked against him, but he does not view himself as that. But Kyle proves to everybody who reads this story that anything is possible. So anybody who wants to be inspired with this book, but I feel most likely he wants to connect towards teenagers that were at his age, since he was a high school wrestler and a middle school wrestler as well. So he also wants to connect to maybe wrestlers or even athletes who may have disadvantages stacked against him, because he obviously has disadvantages, and that he shows people how he moved past that. So So that's basically it. That's a solid summary for you, and hope you enjoy.